Hey there, it's Peter B, and this is another episode of Tobacco Card Tuesday. Tobacco Card Tuesday is where I go into my collection of tobacco cards and randomly pull three. I learn about the players and share what I have learned with you. Today, my first two picks happen to be minor leaguers. So I purposely picked the third minor leaguer so we can stay on or in the minor leagues today, as minor leaguers also had tobacco cards. So what you're looking at is Johnny Nee on a 1911 T205. Nee played for the Newark Indians. It has a Hassan back. See on the bottom, that was the brand of cigarettes it came in. And the T205s are divided up into three subsets. The National League, which had player portraits. The American League, which had players' heads inside a baseball diamond. And then the minor leaguers, which look like this. And the minor leaguers could be a portrait or pitching or batting. In this case here is Nee in a batting pose. Now, T205s are my favorite set, and this is actually absolutely the most beautiful card in the set. I mean, look at that, the green grass, stadium in the background, and that lovely sunset. And there's Nee, all determined, focusing, waiting to get his next hit. So that's Johnny Nee on a T205. Nee was a career minor leaguer for 20 seasons. The last 14 of those, he was a player manager. After playing, he also became a scout for the Yankees, starting in 1927, and then the Philadelphia Phillies, starting in 1946. In 1950, he was named head of the Phillies farm system. So a long baseball career, never made it out of the minors until he became a scout. But once again, beautiful T205 card. Johnny Nee. Okay, the next one. Ossie Vitt on a 1910 T212 Oback. And Vitt played for the San Francisco Seals of the Pacific Coast League. Once again, beautiful card. The green grass, the wooden stadium, and then that sky. Oback was a tobacco company in the West. So most of their cards of the Pacific Coast League players. It's again, beautiful card. Vitt started pro baseball in 1910 for San Francisco, as you see on his card here, holding down the third base position. By 1912, he was up in the bigs as a member of the Detroit Tigers. He played for Detroit through the 1918 season. Vitt unknowingly did a big favor for teammate Ty Cobb. For you see, on August 10th, 1915, he was hit in the head by a Walter Johnson fastball. He was knocked unconscious for 5 minutes and left the game with a concussion. Johnson threw hard and he threw fast, and he always worried about hitting somebody. Ty Cobb knew this, so his next at bat, he crowded the plate, and he continued to do so every time he faced Johnson. Cobb ended up hitting .435 against Johnson since the Vitt incident. After his playing days in Detroit, Vitt was traded to the Boston Red Sox for the 1919 season and played with them until 1921. Vitt became a manager in the minor leagues. His style was both abrasive and motivational. The Cleveland Indians hired him in 1938 to manage in the bigs. Vitt told reporters, "I don't want any lazy players on my team. If the boys won't hustle, out they go." Both in 1938 and 39, the Indians finished third, and there was often frequent clashes between manager and players. In 1940, the Tribe was battling Detroit for first place, but Vitt became all the more irritable. Mid-season, the players had a locked-door meeting with the owner of the team, asking to fire Vitt. The owner had hoped to keep this controversy quiet, but the story got out, and the newspaper reporters have nicknamed the team the Cleveland Crybabies. Vitt kept his job, and it wasn't until the final day of the season the Detroit Tigers won the pennant over the Crybabies. After the season, Vitt lost his job and was out of baseball. So Vitt was an average player, did make it to the Tigers and Red Sox. He was a good utility player, but his managing style, he definitely was a friend of the players. He made sure he knew he was the boss and you do what he said. Ended up costing him his job and retired from baseball. So, Ossie Vitt. And then the third one, this is John Big Smith of 1888 N321. Get that little focus. N321. SF Hess Creole cigarettes. Smith is pictured on the San Francisco Pioneers of the California League. So this is the oldest one of the three, 1888. The California League. And there's Big Smith. Beautiful printing on these cards, the lithograph. And the back of these cards are blank. This is a rare series for the 1800 cards. Big Smith. John Big Smith played mostly in the California minor leagues from 1879 to 1892. He did play in the National League, however, in 1882, split in time between the Worcester Ruby Legs and the Troy Trojans, playing first base for both teams. So that's the third one from 1888, N321, Big Smith. Well, I thank you very much for watching this episode of Tobacco Card Tuesday. Thank you.